Assalamu alaikum Bokai. Welcome back to the Jello Football Bantaba YouTube channel, the home of Gambian football. It's your boy again, Chama guys. I'm here with my co-host. Usually I'm gonna do the record on Thursdays, but today we have a special guest for you guys. That's why we are here. Yeah, Coach, they am named Gessi Maneko. They nana am, and it should be a very interesting one today. Nakala.
waaw tànk Thiam jërëjëf di la nuyuwaat di sa wàccuwaay di nuyu suñu audience yi di leen welcome to the Jollof Wontaba extra comme ni ko waxee rek tey moom nañ am gan bu mag xam nga so mooy loolu di leen rek ngeen toog ngeen xaar ngeen déglu ñu xam naa tey waxtaan bi nag utee na because tey moom si kàllaama English lañ ko nar a defee waaw so di stay tuned ñu waxtaan suñu gan bi ñu welcome ko
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be the discussion is gonna be, of course, in English, but of course, for Hamga, such audience, you have something they get, then try the suñ ko mënee on occasions dinañ laakaale some local languages si sa waa ji tamit su ñëwee moom tam dañ ko dugal si local si mu speak xëj na one like the language of his choice. Xam naa gis ngeen thumbnail bi guys, you saw the thumbnail. We have Spanish-born goalkeeper who is currently playing in a club in Scotland, in League One in Scotland. Musa Dibaga. Most of us have heard about him since Coach Jonathan McKinstry, give us a hint on his press conference about a goalkeeper playing in Scotland. We did our research, and then we found out who the keeper was. And today we have him here to come and discuss with us about his journey as a footballer, tell us more about himself, his ties with the Gambia, and of course his ambitions as a footballer. So today, guys, we have Musa Dibaga, and he will be joined by his agent, that is Mark, and we will have a kind of an hour-long discussion about Musa Dibaga and his career. Okay, let me welcome our guests to join us in. Coach Musa and Mark, welcome to the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel. We are very happy to have you here today. Musa.
Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum maremu. Hanakamo khoritora suntakai. Ngani Musa Dibaga. I'm a goalkeeper in Inverness, Caledonian Thistle, and I'm here with my agent and with Chama for Jollof Football Bantaba, and happy to start the interview with you guys.
Yeah, we are very happy to have you here. And let me give Mark the floor also to just introduce himself. Mark, go ahead.
Hi there, guys. Thanks for the time today. It's an absolute pleasure to be online with you guys, and it's fantastic to be doing this work at the moment. Musa's putting the effort in, and I'm here to help him get to where he wants to get to.
Thanks.
Yeah, definitely. So, Che, ñu commencé waxtaan bi. I think we can go straight into the Musa. Of course, yéen a ngi ko dégg mi ngi like you guys hear him speaking Sarahule. Of course, he has Gambian descendants. He is a Spanish-born, but with Gambian lineage. So, Musa, what can you tell us about your background, your childhood, and of course your Gambian links?
Okay, so basically, obviously my mom and dad, they were both born in Gambia, and then in the 90s, that's when they moved to Spain, and me and all my siblings were born in Spain. So we basically lived in a household of Gambians all the time, and our culture and my friends also all are Gambian that are living in Spain. So we are kind of the first generation of Gambians that were born in Spain.
That's wonderful. Yeah, like of course, yeah, you're a professional footballer now, playing for Inverness City, in Scottish League One. But where did it all start for you for football? Is it like okay? Go ahead.
Football started like not long ago, literally 8 years ago. That's when I started playing football when I was only 16. And before that, I used to play handball. And one day, I had like one coach from Gambia that he was a a coach. His name is Jimmy. He called me and he told me if I want to come to train with a football team called Club Deportivo Ebro. And when I first started, it was all new for me. I've never been in a goalkeeper. I've never been in a football pitch, and it was all new. So from there, I started playing football, and I gradually started getting better and better. And that's when I signed for another team called Atlético Escalerillas, and I was there for only 1 year. And that was in 2017. And in 2018, I moved to Scotland for the first time, and I played for an amateurs club where my older brother was playing. And only 1 year later, I went back to Spain, and I started playing for a club called San Jose de Monzarrifar, and that was my first professional team, which it was in the third division in Spain. And then I signed for Club Deportivo Robres, which it was also third division in Spain, and that was with Club Deportivo Ebro again, that fall right there. And from there, I went back to Scotland to look for my future again, and I all started where I am right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Then,
You mentioned one thing which I just skipped. That was your background. That
yeah,
is your mom and your dad are from the Gambia.
yes,
But you were born in Spain.
yeah,
There was this question from our comments on Facebook. They were asking, like, when you go to Flash Score, no, not Flash Score, yeah, Flash Score, Live Score or Flash Score, they have a Nigerian flag under your name,
yeah,
Dibaga, Musa Dibaga. So that is kind of confusion, and people are asking, like,
yeah.
is he has any ties with Nigeria? What can you say to that?
Definitely nothing with Nigeria. No, that I know of, but I have no ties with Nigeria. That might be a mistake from the app or somewhere else. But both of my parents are Gambian, and I was born in Spain.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Chama, can I
That's clear.
comment?
Go ahead, Chair.
I have a follow-up question, Mr. Musa.
Yeah.
You said you started playing handball. Were you
Yes,
playing handball? Were you playing in, or you were playing in between the goal?
I was a player. I've never played in goals before.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, so the goalkeeping was all new for me. Yeah,
Good, good, good.
Yeah. But looking at your height, 1 meter 94 centimeters, 1.94 meters. That is almost a
yeah,
2 meter height. That is like is a tall goalkeeper. Even some Gambians have already nicknamed you one of the Gambian goalkeepers,
keepers.
ex-Gambian goalkeepers, called Pademo Toure, because he was huge and tall,
Yeah,
similar to he's one of the greatest legends when it comes to goalkeeping in the Gambia. Some people call you like him. But let me go to Mark now. Mark, what's the relationship between your agency and Musa? Just to bring you in.
Well, I think the thing
And where it started.
Okay, well, as an agency, we look after a small team of players and we try and bring them together. But what we specialise in looking for unrecognised talent. So we're looking for players that have got what it takes, but importantly, they've got the tenacity and the character. Because for us, AJ100, everything we do is about sport, but underpinning that is entertainment. So we're looking for a character. We're looking for somebody who's got what it takes, a little bit of razzmatazz, something that's going to bring that energy and actually bring something to a team. And that's the defining characteristic of our players. So we need someone who works hard, someone who's willing to put themselves on the line, someone who actually bleeds for their shirt. Whatever shirt they're wearing, they're committed to those fans. Understanding that the most important thing at any football club is the fans, and making sure you're doing what your coaches want you to do. And Musa, for us, is a classic example of that kind of candidate. And that is why he's doing well and is having this fantastic upsurge in fortune. And the thing is, every single game takes one game at a time. He focuses on it. He listens to what's been told and expected from him, and ultimately, he's given his team an unbelievable amount of confidence. And that is what we're looking at a player, someone who actually wants to do it for themselves, but understands that they can't do it for the whole team. They actually have to be part of the whole unit.
Yeah, definitely. I had a follow-up question actually for Musa when it comes to the football experience, but the fact he explained that it started literally 8 years ago, so I don't need to ask about like were you destined to be a goalkeeper or what. But when it comes to watching football, you might idolize yourself to a footballer. Like you can growing up, you might look up to one footballer, or when you started your journey, you might look up to a footballer here or there. Have you looked up to any players? Who have you looked up to?
I've always been a very, very big fan of Iker Casillas. That was when I was growing up in Spain. I'm a Real Madrid fan, so it was
Good choice.
Iker Casillas was my role model of being a goalkeeper, because I've never played in goals, but like see when I was going with my friends or my brothers to the park, I know my older brother used to tell me to go in goals, and I was doing good, but it's not what I wanted to. But Iker Casillas was my goalkeeper to look at when I was younger. Also, it was another goalkeeper that I really liked. It was Dida that was playing for AC Milan back then.
Yeah.
Those were like goalkeepers that I was looking for when I was younger.
Oh no.
By
Che,
by
okay,
chance,
go ahead, Che.
do you know any Gambian goalkeeper currently or ancient goalkeeper?
Oh, currently, I would say Thibaut Courtois.
Oh,
Thibaut Courtois.
I
him
mean Gambia.
Gambian. Any Gambian
Uh,
goalkeeper that you follow?
I follow Pa Ibu because I've been in a few conversations with him. He's in under 20s
Why would
of
Yeah.
Denver, and Ibrahima Jaja. He's also a good goalkeeper, and I've watched a few clips of him. Obviously, last man of the match on the last game, and those are like goalkeepers that I like. And since you told me one time the Pademba, I started looking at highlights of him playing, and as I told like one of my friends that he looked like a beast. Like he
He
was
was.
a big goalkeeper, a big reference for the team,
He was
and
huge.
yeah. Obviously,
And
he
my
told me like the height, but he looked like a beast on the box.
Yeah, my friend here is a goalkeeper too as well.
Are you goalkeeper?
I was
He was a
I was
goalkeeper.
I was yeah.
Yeah, but we can move on. You seem to come from a family of footballers, I would say. Like in Gambia, back in Gambia, there's sometimes you have this Nawetan team, full team of Sarahules, and then I think even in Manjai, Che is currently running the Manjai Nawetan. He's the vice president of the Manjai Sports Committee. Usually, you have a team, a whole Sarahule team coming in. So I think there are some very good talented players coming from the Sarahule community.
Yeah.
And it's no different now. You have a cousin who's currently playing in England. We spoke about him. That is Sufian Dibaga, who plays for Southampton. He's in the youth teams of Southampton. What can you tell us about him?
Yeah, Abu Sofyan is obviously my young cousin. Like we have like 6 years apart, and he was also born in Zaragoza, and he moved with his family in 2017. He's my father's sister's son, so he's a good player. We were in the same club in Spain, Club Deportivo Ebro, and when he moved, he's obviously make impress in London, and that he got the academy. I saw him like in November last year, but I didn't have much time with him. But obviously, I'm so glad that he's playing for Southampton, and I see a big future for him.
Yeah, definitely. He has started the season very well, and I will come to that later. Yeah. Any other family members who is currently playing professional level?
Professional levels that I don't know, but like we've all been like involved in the football. We've all like my siblings. They don't play professionally, but they play in some league. Same as my friends. We all like keep playing, and we all pushing to make it to the top one day, inshallah.
One day, inshallah. That's wonderful. So, how about outside of football? What do you love to do outside of football? You said you played handball, but do you have any other hobbies or any other sports that you engage
I'm
in?
a, I'm a very chill guy. Like when I was back in Spain and I had all my friends, we used to like hang out, spend time together. It's always about football, so it's not much something outside of football. But like I'm also interested in basketball. That's something I watch and I like to play. And NFL. That's those two sports that I look and I follow, and I really like them. But I'm a very chill guy. I like to be with my people, share with them time, and that's it pretty much.
That's wonderful.
Okay,
That's
that's
wonderful.
nice. Me being a goalkeeper, I think I need to ask you this question. How would you describe yourself as a goalkeeper?
Sorry, say that again. Oh.
How would you describe yourself as a goalkeeper?
I think I'm very good. I think I'm talented. I think obviously talent without hard work is not gonna take you far. But like I'm good in the air, shot stoppings, penalties is one of my speciality. Even one game that I made a penalty save, but I think penalty saves, kicking, commanding. I like to be talking to my players all the time and keep them right back. Penalties, I would say that's one of my biggest strengths.
Okay. Currently, we all know how football evolves right now because every team wants to start from the back. Are you the sweeper keeper type or are you the old school type of the old school type?
Okay, so when I started playing football, I didn't have a clue how to kick a ball properly. But like with a lot of training, I've improved a lot because I was training with one professional club before signing in here, and I put a lot of emphasis in training a lot, playing with my butt feet. I feel so comfortable playing for the back, no pressure, and kicking long also is good for me.
Okay, that's nice. That's interesting. Are you as good as Onana?
Not at his level yet, but I'm looking out to getting there one day.
Yeah, I'm just trying to
But
So,
try to see some
I'm really
legs.
comfortable. I'm really comfortable playing with my feet from the back. Yeah.
That's
so
good. That's good.
okay. So, if you were to describe yourself, or if you were to mirror yourself with another goalkeeper, who do you think you are closest to? If you just to people from the outside not knowing you, if you were to describe yourself and say, "I'm kind of similar to this type of goalkeeper," and then they can, who would you say
Right.
that goalkeeper is? Who is your
Obviously,
style closest to? Yeah, style.
I
It's just the
obviously
style.
yeah identify as Courtois because we both tall, so it's a different type of play for small keepers and big goalkeepers. So I would describe myself as Thibaut Courtois, like in the
You
way
seem you seem to like left-footed goalkeepers. Are you left-footed?
I'm right for it. I'm right
But
for it.
Yeah.
all the goalkeepers you mentioned here are left-footed goalkeepers. You are
They
just
are.
to mention that Courtois,
Yeah.
Casillas, Dida, they
Dida.
are all left-footed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are, but I'm literally right footed. That's the only thing
Yeah,
we cannot, uh,
yeah, you don't have in common.
we don't
Okay.
share. Yeah,
Yeah, okay, but with the work that you put in, like you say, I believe you are comfortable playing with both feet. Of course, the right foot is the natural one, but you might be comfortable, right? Playing with
yeah,
left foot as well.
yeah. Be comfortable like that. Obviously, playing with your weak foot comes with a lot of training, a lot of practice, and once you get that, that's when you will feel comfortable playing with your weak foot. So I think nowadays, as a professional football player, you don't have to have weak foot. You need to be comfortable with both foots, and that's why I had to put a lot of training in it.
Wonderful, wonderful. We can move on to your career. Like of course, recently you joined Inverness, but prior to Inverness, yeah, you already mentioned you were in Spain. You played in Spain, moved to Scotland, and then went back to Spain, and then come back to Scotland. So looking like back from your start, that is the what's his name, CD Robres, according to
Yeah,
of course Transfermarkt. That is the first club
yeah.
that they put your name on. Can you give us a rundown of your development there.
Right. So when I signed for the Fede Robles, I was there for 1 year and I was doing good, played 25 games, I believe so. And then I got a small injury on my knee, and that was by the end of the season. So I didn't play anymore. And then after that season, I didn't wanted to sign for another year because I wanted to go up and nothing was coming out. So I decided to go back to Scotland. And when I went back to Scotland with my older brother, we were looking for teams, but nothing was coming out. And I went on Facebook. I chose a league in Scotland, and I was messaging all of the teams in that league, and that's when Whitehill Welfare came in, and they gave me the opportunity to come in as a trialist. I did very good. It was impressive, and they signed me. And then with them, I spent 1 year, which it wasn't great because we got relegated, but it was a lot of problems at the club. And thanks to them, also, I was on trialist with Kilmarnock, which is in the Premiership in Scotland. And I was also training with Wraith Rovers, which are in the Championship in Scotland. And I've been training with them for 3 years. That's Whitehill Welfare. And when that season finishes, Bowness United came in and they offered me a 2 years deal where it was a league higher, and it was for developing and everything. And I spent 2 good years over there. I developed a lot, and I was still training with Wraith Rovers. And when I finished that season, Bowness, that's when I was looking. That's when I felt ready to go for the professional league, and I was looking for teams, and nothing was happening. And that's when I met Mark and James, and they helped me a lot finding a club, and I signed for Inverness Caledonian Thistle last
Yeah.
August.
Okay. So, Mark, what, like you have already highlighted about the character of of Musa, which was part of the main reason you signed up with him. But in terms of talent, what did you see? I think we just lost Mike. Mark,
Oh, Mark.
oh, I think he should be back. I think.
I'm back. Cool.
Yeah, he's back. So yeah, what in terms of the because of course agency work is always trying to spot out talents and stuff like that. But of course, character is important. But what really convinced you about him, other than the character?
Other than his characters, just the raw talent. The talent's there. I mean, at the end of the day, we regularly see lots of players who've got the ability to make it, but they don't get the avenue, they don't get the opportunity. And so it's our business to find an opportunity, open that up for the right player, and then find a fit. So effectively, he was very easy to deal with in terms of personally between me and him. And importantly, I was able to use my links and bridge that gap. And that's what the perfect agent does. I'm a middleman. That's what we do. We open the doors. We make it as straightforward as possible, clear communication, and importantly, find an opportunity where there's a pathway, because there's opportunities that open up, and many of those are dead ends. So it's about trying to find an opportunity where there's a real chance, where the talent that can be actually seen to the outside world, not just on the training ground. And I think this is the beauty of going to Inverness, working with Duncan and Gary Bowden. Those guys were open to the idea of giving Musa a chance. Even though they had a number one shirt there, they had Newman there as a goalkeeper, online from Dundee.
Yeah.
And Musa, fair play to it, he just took that opportunity and just said that I'm competitive as hell. I'm going to show the world that Musa Dibaga is going to be the goalkeeper for this club. And that's what he's done.
Yeah, definitely. And also, yes.
Okay, continue. I also have a question for Mark. We'll just continue after I'll ask you my question.
Okay, so Mark, can you also tell us some of the other players that you have been working with in your agency?
Okay, I mean, our work goes back. I started doing this in 2015. The key players that we work with is Peter Odemwingie, Azazi, Peter Odemwingie, you know him.
Odemwingie, yeah.
Yeah, he's a big friend of mine. Yakubu, who played for Everton, that's another one of our players. Julian Faubert, who was at West Ham and Real Madrid. Dimitar Timov is one of our success stories in goalkeeping. He was at Nottingham Forest, left out in the cold. We got him back playing. He's now at FC Sofia. We've done over 20 odd deals now for multiple different players. And strangely enough for us, we're super strong in Scotland. We've done players all over Europe, but for us, for some reason or the other, Scotland is super strong for us. And I think it's because perhaps the audience there is more open-minded. And I think when a player actually commits to playing Scottish leagues and shows the kind of commitment that the players that we go for, they're welcomed by the fans. And for us, it's always about the fans. Because if the fans like a player and get behind a player, the player responds well with them, it just builds the confidence, and with confidence comes performance. And ultimately, that's what we're looking for. And with performance, you get entertainment. And ultimately, when you're going to watch a game of football, you're paying hard-earned money to sit there on the terrace and enjoy what you see. So we always want our players to be completely committed to their team and looking for that spectacle. And the reality is, for us, is we're looking for a pathway for him to develop and deliver a performance. The litmus test for me as an agent is not doing the deal today, it's where we're at in a year, 2 years' time, and what it actually did for that club.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, Che, go ahead.
Okay, Mark, I've heard you mention some African brothers like Yakubu Aikbeni, Peter Odominji. They are both Nigerians. My question is, are you working with other Gambians, or if not, are you willing to come to the Gambia or also to engage Gambian players playing in Europe or around the world
Um,
to work with them?
no, it's a really great question. I mean, right now we're open-minded. I mean, Ian Luciano is a player that we work with, Musa's friend. He's also Spanish. He's also got African descent. Our view, we're open-minded. I mean, realistically, yes, we come to Gambia. We welcome Gambian players. I mean, let's be honest. African players, they're exceptional. Their work ethic is fantastic. Their ability to adapt to wherever they're asked and tasked to play is second to none. And for us, we welcome the opportunities. And because of my background, the fact that I'm a barrister, I'm a lawyer, the thing is that there's always a challenge because the UK has become particularly harder to get players into because of Brexit rules and immigration rules. It's never been easy for people, but as an agency, we're hugely well equipped to help players make that transition. But ultimately, what we have to find, you've identified this with me. For me, character of a player is key because patience needs to be part of the story as well. Because the Home Office don't move quickly, the rules are hard to get by, and realistically, it's because we have that background, because we are, proper legitimate FIFA agents, proper FA agents with track history, having done deals and understanding the rules, and more importantly, understand the audience that we have to work with. We're open to players from anywhere in the world, but realistically, we look for the right person, and ultimately we get inundated with requests. Musa's 1 in 1,000, and we pick the best.
Okay. Why
Yeah.
I'm asking this question is because like Gambian football is going to the next level. Like we have talents in abundance. Although we are a small country like Uruguay, but we have talents. You can see the development. Our national team, our junior categories, they have been doing well. So and we have a lot of them also in the local leagues here. So like by any chance, would you like to visit the Gambia and see how our football is developing, how our kids are doing here? We have very young talents. Chama knows, and I believe Musa also knows, or if he doesn't know, he had.
Yeah.
Lost him
If
a
it
little
seems,
bit though.
yeah, we lost him a little bit. So I will just proceed to your time, Musa, your time
Yep.
in with Inverness. Of course, this you joined them this season, and I think you have started the season really well when you joined. Um, Like the first 2 games, you were on the bench, and then after that, you played the subsequent 7 games, and they did really well. I think 9 games have been played so far in the league.
Yeah.
That kind of landed you the Jollof Football Bantaba actually, because we every month we do that to monitor all the Gambian players around the globe and see who's the best performing ones. We make a best team of who's performing, and that landed you that Jollof Football Bantaba team of the month in September. You have already kept 4 clean sheets in 8 games. Four clean sheets in 8 games, only 5 goals conceded. How difficult was it when you came in as a number 2 with Inverness?
So yeah, when I first came in and Mark and James told me like our plan was like sign there as a second goalkeeper, and then with time get my position as a starting goalkeeper. And it was 2 games on the bench. I assumed a role of a number 2, but I was always hard working to be able to get the number 1. And unfortunately, like obviously, it's not a happy situation. After 2 games, the first choice got injured in the knee, and that was my time to be the number 1. And I knew I had to be ready to be taking that shirt. So I played my first game really confident. Then the second game, I gained more confidence, and I gave more confidence to the gaffer and the goalkeeper coach, and they named me as a number 1 goalkeeper. And now just keep my position in the team, keep training hard every day, and hopefully be the best at my position.
Yeah, I believe Inverness is currently the best defensive record in the league. You've conceded the least amount of goals so far after 9 games in the league. Though of course most of your games draw, that's why you are like not a lot of goals being scored. But in that, as far as goalkeeping is concerned, I think you are doing really well since the season started. But how have you found working with Duncan Ferguson? I'm a big Liverpool fan, so I know a lot about Duncan Ferguson because he was at Everton. How do you find working with him?
It's unbelievable. Obviously, when I was coming in, I heard like a lot about Duncan Ferguson. Obviously, when he was playing, I was still young, and I wasn't following the Premier League. But it's amazing. Like, he's a big guy. He's probably same height as me, if not a little bit more.
Definitely.
And he's very passionate. Yeah, he's very passionate, and he loves like strong men. He like to play with us a lot, and coaching and everything is just learning from a guy that was a captain in the Premier League is something unbelievable. And I'm really pleased with it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's an Everton legend. He's a Premier League legend, Scottish legend that played in the Premier League. Definitely. Yeah, but how is the character now? Like, is he calm manager, or is it how will you describe him?
He's a funny manager. Like, he likes to talk about himself, and so he recently has been named the hardest man in football history. And he walked into the dressing room bragging about it like I'm the hardest man in football history. But character-wise, he's treated us like as a father person in the dressing room. Obviously, he has a strong character when he has to be, as every manager. But most of all, he has been like good with us and not showing too much anger into us. He's pleased. Even his son is playing with us, so he treats us all equal, and that's really good from him. He's really he's an old school manager. Old school.
He's an old school.
Yeah.
It's no coincidence that he's called the hardest man, because I can remember in his playing this. Instead of defenders, strikers being scared of defenders, it was the other way around. Defenders were scared of him as a striker. That was the type of striker he was. Very hard striker. He will always go.
Very good in the air.
Yeah, very good in the air. Very good in the air. I can remember when he partnered with Rooney just before, when Rooney was, coming up as a player at Everton. He took him under his wings and all those things. He was a top player. He was a top player in the play.
Yeah.
Do you have any question before we move on to the national team?
No, it's okay. We can move on.
we move on. Okay, you can take it from there when it comes to the national team, Chair. You can start it up.
Okay, Musa, what do you know about Gambian football and the national team?
Obviously, it's something that I started like because I don't have that much knowledge of history in Gambian football. I've heard a lot, like a lot of people have been talking to me about like when they beat Brazil of the superstars and everything. And then since I started playing football, I've always like wanted to play for the national team. And even in Spain, we have a tournament in summer where we play with the Gambian national team representing Gambia in Spain. And I have been playing for a few years over there. And the Gambian national team, I've been watching it. I've been following most recently on the AFCON, where everybody thought we were not going to do anything. And we surprised the world going into the quarterfinals against Cameroon. And that was when I was like, I really need to be in that squad. And yeah.
Yeah, saying
Yeah,
that that's when you know you really want to be in that squad. So that means you see yourself representing the Gambia anytime very very soon, right?
I see myself playing soon in the Gambian national team. Obviously, that's whatever the coach right now, Jonathan McKinsey, feels like. But I feel confident about myself of breaking through the national team. Obviously, it's something I need to work on and be consistent at my job. And when it comes, if the call come in, I'll be more happy to go to the Gambian national team. But only God
Talking
knows.
yeah, talking about Coach Jonathan McKinstry, have you had the chance to speak with him?
Didn't have a chance like to speak with him uh, directly, but I know my agents will be doing a good job into gaining contact with him and hopefully anytime soon getting the call that I've been waiting for.
yeah.
Mark?
But like I tell him Chair, before you come, like I told you earlier. Actually, we learned about you from Jonathan McKinstry because that was his his press conference when we played the double header. No, the first two games of the African Cup of Nations
Yeah,
qualifiers.
against
Yeah, during his press conference, there where he mentioned that okay, like there is this goalkeeper in Scotland, and then whenever we talk about Gambia, that is what we do here. So we try to find out who this goalkeeper was, and then that's where we realized that it was you. Then we started following you and see what you are doing. But another thing about your coach Jonathan McKinstry, which we like, myself and Che really like, is that his team selections are based on who is performing. So if you are performing well, like you say, if you are doing well at your job, then there's a strong chance that he will put you into consideration. So it's just about putting that hard work. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to ask Mark the same question. Mark, being his agent, have you ever spoke with the national team national team coach Jonathan McKinstry?
No, because ultimately here the priority is making sure that he does his job for Inverness, and that's what he's doing. But I know that there's dialogue that's happening, and it's something that we'll build upon. But ultimately, we take one game at a time.
Okay.
Okay, that's yeah. So yeah, that question was actually coming in a lot. Will you represent the national team and all those things? Because of course you were born in Spain. So
yeah.
I think that has been answered. That yeah, your ambition is to play for the Gambia national team. So that is quite clear. Yeah, Che, do you have any other questions too?
It's his dream, It's ultimately
Yeah,
his dream to do that.
yeah, it's his dream. Exactly.
Yeah.
Che?
No, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yeah. I think that
But yeah,
covers that actually covers some of the questions that I wanted to ask, which was the Nigeria
Yeah.
one that people were asking a lot.
Yeah.
I will just go through some of the comments and see if there is any question that somebody wanna find out. If not, we can just move on to the small quiz that we have for you. We have a small quiz
Yeah.
for you, like I told you.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep it simple. You're gonna keep it simple, and yeah,
Hopefully.
yeah. It will be an easy one. Actually, it's an easy quiz, right?
well, it should be an easy one for him, I believe.
It should be an easy one. The first one I will ask you is about players, Gambian players who are playing professionally in Scotland. Can you name two Gambian players currently playing professionally in Scotland? In in either in any of the leagues? Yeah, a couple.
in Scotland, no, I can name Adama Sidibe. He's playing
Okay.
for St. Johnston.
Yeah. And
And if there is another one, it has to be me.
there's another one too, not you, but there's another one with Gambia. Yeah, who's also a possibility to represent Gambia.
I don't know.
And of course, he's also Spanish,
Is it
Spanish
Spanish?
descent.
What is
Yeah.
the name?
What league is he playing for?
He's playing in the Scottish League.
Oh, it's Scottish Premiership. Oof, you got me there. You got me there.
Jerry, you know the answer. Oh, should I go to Mark?
That's
Ma-
your name.
Mark will have more knowledge.
Jerry, you know the answer.
Ibrahim,
Studio downstairs, I think.
Which Ibrahima?
come on, Chama, come on.
You had him last week.
Chama, you know which Ibrahim. Just continue with your quiz. Don't put me in between.
No, everybody.
Just ask Musa the questions. Let him answer. If you don't answer, then yeah. But I give you the name. It's Ibrahim.
No, I don't know who's Ibrahima.
Okay, then. I don't know.
Okay. Well, there is another player. There is Musa. There is Musa Drame. He plays for Hearts. I don't know if you know him.
No.
Yeah, he joined Hearts this summer as well.
Okay, yeah.
He has not represented Gambia yet, but he also have the Gambian passport and all
right.
whatnot. So, of course, if he performs well there, of course, I think he will be in
Also.
consideration. Musa Drame.
Right.
Some people have already answered that question. Another question is you kept 4 clean sheets so far this season, right? 4.
Yeah.
Can you name the clubs you kept the clean sheet? Do you keep record of those things? Oh, I kept clean sheet against this. Can you name the 4 clubs you kept a clean sheet with?
I have a clean sheet against Stenhousemuir,
Yeah, Stenhousemuir.
Stellan Albion.
Sterling Albion, that's right.
What else? Queen of the South.
Queen of the South, and the final one.
And it's a tough one. Kelty Hearts.
Oh, perfect. You got that one right. Those are the 4 teams that you kept clean sheet
Yes.
against. The other question I will ask is, do you know who is the highest scoring Scottish player in the Premier League in history? The highest scoring Scottish player in Premier League history.
Oof.
Maybe Mark know that one, but that's for you. Maybe. Mark will know that.
I'd go Kenny Dalglish, but I don't think that's right. But I'm going to go with that one.
No.
But I don't
Kenny Dalglish
answer that one.
Kenny Dalglish not play in the Premier League.
No, I think
He played-
in Scotland. Sorry, apologies.
Yeah.
You mean the Scottish national team or like in the...
No. Any Scottish player of all time with the highest number of goals in the Premier League. In the Premier League. Because Premier League started in 93 up to 92, 93 up to date.
Right.
Duncan Ferguson?
Are you going with that? Are you going with that?
I'll follow Mark. I'll say Duncan too.
Yeah, it's Big Duncan. He has 68 goals in the Premier League. He's the highest scoring Premier League. You say he brags a lot about his record. Why is he not bragging about that one?
He never said about highest score goal. He always hardest man. That's the thing.
Yeah, he is. And the next one is I will keep it to the Premier League. Premier League and Scotland are close, right? I will keep this one to the Premier League. Who in the Premier League who has the most red cards?
Oof.
In history of Premier League, in the history of the Premier League, who has the most red cards?
Wow.
No idea.
I don't have a clue of that.
Mark, you wanna go?
Duncan. I'm reluctant to say Duncan's got the highest number of red cards, but
It's Duncan, man. It's Duncan.
No way.
Big Dunk. He has the highest number of red cards in the Premier League. He has 8 red cards. He's tied with Richard Dunn and Patrick Vieira. They have the highest number of red cards in Premier League history. 8. That's the number. So you can tell him.
I need to learn about my coach.
Yeah, definitely. And the final one I will ask you is about Sufyan, your brother, Dibaga. He's playing in Southampton right now. He's already played. He already played 5 games with the Southampton under 18 team right now.
Yeah.
How many goals do you reckon he has scored so far?
I'll say 3.
That's correct. He scored 3 goals and 1 assist in 5 games. He's doing really well with the Southampton
really
team. So, yeah. Like you say, I believe he will go far in his career. So those were the 5 questions. You did well. Not so bad. But Duncan will not be happy with you because you didn't know him.
If he sees this, I'm not gonna be welcome tomorrow at the dressing room.
Yeah.
Really
but
good.
anyways. Yeah, but it was a play. It was really fun having you guys. I think we just keep it under an hour. Do you have any final words to share to your audience? If you want, you can do it, Sarah Hule, and then you can wrap things up.
I'll keep in English and maybe in Spanish because I know I've got a few friends.
Okay,
over
you can
here
go ahead.
watching. So thank you guys for watching, for coming, and this is just a little bit about knowing me. And hopefully in no time I will be called for the national club, national team, sorry. And now in Spanish. Muchas gracias a todos. Mari, quería darte un saludo. Y a todos mis amigos que estáis viendo este vídeo, muchas gracias por seguirme. Y lo que he dicho antes, ojalá poder ser seleccionado para la selección de fútbol de Gambia, si Dios quiere.
Yeah, thank you very much. There's a question I did not ask you actually before. Suleiman Kamara, are you aware of Suleiman Kamara? He just made his debut for the Gambia.
Right. So I have a friend in common with him that is Dauda Kamara. He also plays in Girona, but he's from Mauritania. And I've not known him personally, but my friends that are living in Spain, they know him from seeing him playing with Girona, because he was playing at Girona before going to Racing.
Yeah.
But I don't know him. Hopefully, if I go to the national team, I will see him over there and we'll speak in Spanish.
Yeah. Hopefully. Che?
Yeah, I hope to see you soon. Hope you get that call from Jonathan. Yeah, it was great having you here with Mark also. Yeah, we are really happy. And just as I said earlier, hope to see you in November, inshallah.
Hey, inshallah. Thank you so much.
Just keep on doing
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Everyone is aware of your progress. So just keep it up.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Mark, thank you very much for keeping company for Musa. It was a pleasure to have you guys. If you have any words to final words, or like, of course, you have the agency, you can also put a plug in there. Yeah. For Gambians to hear more about you. Yeah.
Well, I just want to say thank you for giving us the time and giving and take such a keen interest in Musa and what we're doing. We welcome everybody to give him the support that he needs, because I know that it'll give him a huge amount of confidence to know that Africa's watching him. So that's what we're looking to do. So let's hope we can return a favour and give the performances that people want to see.
Yeah, thank you very much, Coach. So Musa, Mark, thank you very much for your time, and Che, be your dalal affaire ñu tëj.
Thank you guys for having us. Thank you.
Chama.
All right.
Mana ko jërëjëf avec moom nee na trop interesting na doo suñu audience rek Musa lañ fi amoon, so gis ngeen Dibaga waxtaan bi nee na waxtaan bi ak moo agentam bi Mark, so mu ngi di dem déggal nu wax pare play Gambia, so Gambia ooy dañoo plaisir, so he's doing well in Scotland. They progress very well, so then keep on supporting him because he's a brother. At the end of the day, we are here for Gambian football. That's why we call ourselves the Jollof Football Bantaba. So we represent Gambia through and through. So hopefully Nenko is normal, inshallah. Chama, the joke I did direct, but inshallah, or next week, or weekend rather. See Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube, Gambia football show.
All right. Thank you, guys. So and also to the audience, thank you for watching. Until we catch you guys again. Goodbye.
Right.